Hello and welcome to another Grandpa Reviews. It wasn't that long ago that I was raving about this, get it in shot, the Razer Mercury. What I said was one of the best PS4 controllers I'd ever used. Well, Razer are back with their PS5 Pro controller. It is the Razer Wolverine V2 Pro. Is it going to stand up to the Razer Raiju? I hope so, because at £250, that is £100 more than its Xbox counterpart. This has got to be something really spectacular. Razer didn't send me this, I paid for it with my own money, and I'm going to give you my absolute honest opinion on Razer's shot at a PS5 Pro controller. We're going to unbox it, we're going to test it, and we're going to talk about it. Anybody that knows me will tell you that I'm a Razer buff. Razer keyboard, Razer headset, Razer microphone, the Razer phone as well. Really liked the Razer Raiju controller. You probably think you know where this is going, but stick with me, okay? We'll start by talking about what I like and what I love, and then let's see if there's any room for any complaints at the end. The RGB lighting serves no purpose other than to look good, and it does look good. Buttons are all where you expect them to be. There's also an app you can download to do your profiles, do your lighting, just as there was with the Raiju. And of course, you've got your mic in as well. Thumbsticks feel wonderful. Got a great motion on them. They don't bounce when they flick back. They just go straight into position. Really nice. The D-pad is a superstar. Listen to this D-pad. A proper microswitch sounding D-pad, which is just amazing. The action buttons, again, very clicky. That I like. I like that a lot. All the triggers in the world at the top. We've got your usuals, your extras. These are really well placed. These, I think, are for people with bigger fingers. Also, yeah, I've complained about it in the past quite recently, about me catching these buttons and selecting things by accident. It's not going to happen with these. This is not the case. These take some clicking. I really appreciate that. Up top, we've got our bump stops for the triggers. So you leave your trigger up, the bump stop, like the Raiju, just turns it to an FPS trigger. It back, we've got a full range of analog motion again. And then here in the middle, we've got a switch for wireless and wired, and PS5 and PC. We're always sending the right protocols to the right place. You're never wasting battery. The magnetic thumbstick removal is pretty good, very simple. USB-C takes some putting in. It will blow out eventually, but not while you're using, because it takes some force. Here we go. These grippy bits here are really grippy. These are quite nice. They're not too rubbery. I have no idea what they're made of. They're just textured plastic, but it is good in your fingers. All right, surely that is an amazing review from me. I'm going to say how much I love this controller. Now hang on, wait a minute. While I'm talking to you, what the hell is that noise? This thing rattles. It rattles as though something's broken inside, even though it's absolutely fine and it's working. It rattles. Touchpad actually moves around when you touch it. You can't really see it very well. So it's micro-switched, but not good. You can see it moves around all over the place when you're using it. If you're playing a game like Final Fantasy 14, for example, where you might use the touchpad as a mouse, this might not be perfect for you. Hear that rattle? That's might be what's rattling. Let me get to my bugbear. I know that people who play in competitions don't always use vibration, but this is a controller which is marketed to the general public with no vibration function. Keep that in mind, we're coming back to it. Additionally, this is a PS5 controller which has no kind of haptic feedback. £250 worth of controller and Razer couldn't even put in simple features that PS5 owners like. What if you don't want to play in competitions constantly with this? You know, this is a racing channel. We thrive on feedback here. We need tactile feedback from our controllers to know what's happening underneath us. If you're going to use this for a racing game, this is worthless. If you're going to use this for a horror game that might have QuickTime events, those QuickTime events might be linked to a vibration pulse like a heartbeat or some such, in which case this controller is worthless. If you're going to price a controller so high, what you need to do is make sure you've got the features for people who are going to use it for something other than competition play. It's almost as though they feel they can take features out, and by marketing it as a pro controller, they can really maximize their profit margin. So who's this for? I don't give arbitrary scores or ratings, I just ask who a device is for. This is for somebody who's in competition play mode 24/7. Somebody who can afford to have a controller that is £250 and only get it out every now and then just to use it for a specific purpose. This is for somebody for whom feedback is less important than RGB lighting. Get it, I really do. But it's not enough. It's not enough to charge that much and not give feedback, be it vibration or haptic. It's not enough to have a controller that rattles annoyingly. It's not enough when you've only got a 1 meter cable. Who in competition plays with a wireless controller? You're going to want to have it plugged in, and Razer say only use their cable, then only give you 1 meter. This is for somebody with more money than sense. And that's what I'm going to say. If you're looking at buying this for your teen for Christmas, if they're saying, I need the Razer controller, it's amazing. No, let them buy it themselves. You can get them something different. So what's your opinion of the Razer Wolverine V2 Pro for PS5? Do you disagree with me? Do you agree with me? Do you have a story to share? Hit me up in the comments down below. I try to answer every comment, good or bad. Until next time, I want to say thank you to our channel sponsors, Button Bashers, and our Patreon patrons. Details down below in the description. And of course, a big thank you to our Discord for always being there to keep me going. Bye-bye for now.